Hello, and welcome back to Xenoblade. We have a new party member who has new moves already, even though she literally just joined. And, yeah, I'm just gonna hit the bio. Let's do this. Actually, before bio start, I'm gonna say I do. Wait a minute. Oh my god, they didn't even show. The friggin' artwork is the same! They didn't even try to hide it! Like, I'm not. Yeah, no! Oh my god! Okay, so to quickly explain why I'm reacting the way I am, you can't remove her hat, and you can't change the visuals, but it just shows her wings in the artwork, so it doesn't really matter. So that my non-existent spoiler, because we've already seen her with the friggin' wings and cutscenes, doesn't even matter because they showed them wings in the artwork and they didn't bother to do anything to cover it there. Oh my god! I never noticed that, but I also haven't been like actively looking either. Well, guys, I don't care because the cutscenes have seen it, and it's not much of a spoiler, especially given I'm pretty sure at least one of the box, I want to say, like the main artwork for not definitive, friggin' Future Connected shows like her without the hat. Oh my god, it doesn't even matter. The game itself doesn't hide it. Well, at least. Hell, if it, I mean, it's not me. Just go bio. Melia, friggin' finally an Aoife party member. That doesn't suck him. Actually, he is a physical in disguise, despite their Aoife stat. Anyway, this is pretty much why I said Shulk has the second most gimmicky talent at, because Elemental Discharge and Summons. So, Millie is allowed to have 5 elementals, which, as summoned from 6 of her ads, technically 7, but one just copies whatever your last used one was. We'll get into that in a minute. Whenever you have a summon, her talent hat is available. When you use it, it fills up, and you get increased Aoife damage, which I don't know the exact amount, but probably on the thing. Yeah, double Aoife damage when the talent cage fills up, and you enter Elemental Burst. In addition, 2 of her, in fact, actually, both of her not useless Aoife ads are only available during this. But you will decide when you use Elemental Discharge, you will disperse her most recently used summon to do damage. When not using it for damage, it gives a buff in an AoE around Melia that also affects herself, so it's pretty useful. And this makes her the queen of chain attacks. Every time she's up, you just get a free use of any ad. You get a free wildcard ad. For like, let's put simply. That is amazing. And also, you can at most get, I want to say it's 3 rounds, maybe it's more, and I'm wrong. I don't remember off the top of my head. Regardless, you're very unlikely to get to use that more than 3 times. So that basically just, yeah. I don't think I need to explain, actually. That's just amazing. Now, unfortunately, her HP stocks and her agility is among the lowest in the party. Maybe the lowest. I don't remember off the top of my head. And her strength is not great. Not that it matters. In fact, her stats are very close to the reverse of Dunfan's. Only with a little more effort and a little less physical. Anyway, at time. And yeah, she must have used 2 ads. From the get-go, she has Summon Bolt, which is single target ether damage. And it's just good damage, actually, that's all. And its buff effect is increasing ether, which is amazing. You always want this art on you. On the flip side, Summon Flare buffs strength, which is dang near useless for Melia, so unless you have 2 physical allies, the buff is not great. And it inflicts Blaze, which is the worst damage over time. Yeah, ether kind of becomes a damage over time patty, but this is not what you want to use for damage over time. You want the next party member, who we're going to get soon, who, by the way, you can layer 2 of the same status effect damage over time debuff, whatever you want to call it, from 2 different characters. That said, you still want to have the next guy, who we're getting soon, be the one to lay out Burn, or Blaze rather, because no, it's kind of weak for Melia. The AoE is also around the target, which is true for one of her other AoE ads, it's just not her last one. Anyway, Spear Break and Fixed Flow is one of 2 of her physical ads. This is not great, but it's part of a combo ad that is really good, so you want to run it anyway. Hypnosis sucks because it does no damage, it's a sleep ad. Burst Ed does do damage, and it's amazing. Lowers physical and defense of enemies in an AoE around her. One caveat being, you can only use it during Elemental Burst, just like another act. And her last artifact, which is storing it. So Stitch sucks even worse than Hypnosis. Bind is really bad. It's an AoE around her, doesn't really save the art. Don't really recommend running it as soon as you have more options. Summon Aqua is probably the worst buff, even worse than Strength. The HP regen is not really good enough for any serious kind of healing. And oddly, it's not even the worst healing Melia has access to. The Dismiss is single target damage that heals Melia. It's her weakest damage though. Yeah, not that great. Healing Gift lowers Melia's current HP to heal an ally. She is a glass cannon already with the worst HP. And you give up health to heal an ally. This is how to die if you ever get aggro in a nutshell. Some copy is what it says on the tin. It gives you a copy of whatever your last used summon was. And this is for summoning, not for dismiss. To be 100% clear. So if you dismiss something, it still copies whatever you used last. No matter how many things you dismissed. Summon Wind gives the agility buff and its AoE damage around the target. No damage over time makes it really only better than Summon Flare. Agility is a nice stat to buff, but it's probably the 3rd worst. Stellar Kick forces topple after Spear Break. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, there's no other way to put it. That's really good. This is why you run Spear Break. Because you needed to make Stellar Kick work, and Stellar Kick is very good. Summon Earth is her next art, and it's single target and inflicts poison when dismissed, and it's a physical defense buff. Which is pretty nice. Probably one of her better ads, but it's still not her best damaging ad. That goes for her last summon, which is the last art she learns. Reflection reflects attacks other than talent ads for a short time. Situationally useful. Power effect is her aura, the only one, and it sucks. really badly. Doubles the range of summon buffs. Or you could just get closer to your allies. Summon Ice gives an Aether defense buff, and it's an AoE around Melia instead of a direct attack or around the enemy. The only one that hits this way. And it inflicts chill. This is her best damage, despite still doing less than poison. It all ultimately works out to just doing better damage than poison. Finally, her last art given to via story event is Mind Blast. This is the other art that needs Elemental Burst to be active, and it removes the auras and inflicts art steals in an AoE in front of Melia, while doing good damage. That's amazing. Generally, you'd want to pick between Burst In or Mind Blast, but I tend to bring both. That said, it also means I don't bring Reflection, because generally you want 4 summons. So, maybe do as I say and not as I do. For skill trees. One sec. I am back. First off, Serenity. Healing Arts restore 15% more HP from Amplified Healing. On Melia. Sure. Don't use this. But you don't really have a choice, but it's not that worth it. Serenity of Water is also not very good. You drain more HP from Summon Aqua. Now, technically, these are all described as increasing insert element damage, but first off, they're all explosive. Second off, the only other even applied element is Shadow's Thunder Bullet, and some of the next party members' attacks. None of which have water or electric. So even if these weren't exclusive, they would be useless. So I'm just going to list the actual art. Mining Master increases its chance of finding rare Aether Crystals by 5%. Glistening Ice increases chill duration by 6 seconds, which is really good. And Ultimate Aether giving just an extra 50 Aether, which I feel it bears reminding, I do those stat graphs without any abilities, meaning those are the minimum stats at max level. So, yeah. Honesty's stats with high speed, which increases agility by 15. Whisper of the Wind increases damage from Summon Wind. Amplified Aether is a 25% chance of an Aether off buff at the start of battle. Electric Shock is more damage from Summon Bolt. And Enlightenment increases the accuracy of Aether attacks. Okay then, that's really good. Aether Awareness increases Aether by another 25. Playing with Poison increases poison duration by 15 seconds. Still not enough to keep up with Ice, but still nice. Power of the Moon increases her strength by 15% at night. Mostly good for Inheritance because her strength is awful. Unyielding Hat prevents accuracy loss from low tension, so she will almost never miss, if at all. And Aether Guard makes them immune to Aether Down debuffs. Overall, Melia, well, is... Listen, there are a lot of things I deemed as wrong. Melia is by far one of the most egregious examples, no matter what they were talking about when they called her one of the weaker characters. Because she is the best Aether damage, and she is amazing. But she needs to be player controlled, which is her biggest downside. So keep that in mind. Also, it means you're not playing a Shulk, meaning you're probably not using him. But, pretty good trade-off. And as you can see, she is our Aether party member, and also just, Queen of Chain Attacks. I don't exactly have a lot of good things for her, unfortunately. Strength is dang near useless. Yeah, I just don't have any, like, real good flip to put on you. Just take E for the turns. I guess extra, like, muscle isn't bad either. Alright, I took that thing out slot. Here, take agility for what that matters. But, yeah, it's sweet you have saw there. This is gonna be a funny party. Yeah, also now we can see spikes, thank you. And that did that affect your... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like 27, so I'm gonna drop this down now. Actually, no, I'm not. I forgot we still have... Because by the end of the... at the absolute worst, by the end of next episode, we're gonna have our next party member anyway, so might as well just keep going. Yeah, as you can see, her health is awful. And, well, I mean, she's the... Actually, I need to look at skill trees. But yeah, she's the first party member who cannot even equip medium armor naturally. Yeah, I think I want this first, because we get wind early-ish, and we get electric, like, really early. And also a for buff at extra accuracy. That's all nice stuff to have. These don't really mean jack. I mean, this don't really mean jackpot because she has the worst strength in the game, and her physical is complete garbage. But yeah, it's going quite. Ooh, we can get rewarding work off a stroke, and we can get the extra AP, which like isn't the most important thing, but I'll take it. Would have been nice, don't need it that badly, and you only have one. Not the worst thing that I could get off of you, but not good either. Oh yeah, okay, you can get extra E for once we get one extra level. That would be really nice if I had this base, but I just don't. No, that's totally worth it. What am I saying? Your affinity is still pretty in the toilet. I mean, it's something, I guess. You pretty much have the best thing of these two that you can currently get. I'm glad you have 3 slots for later, which I'm pretty sure I've mentioned before, but like... Well, remember what I freaking mentioned last episode? Yeah, extra AP you already have. You can't get anything. Generally, you do want to, like, link stuff off of Melia when it comes to Charlotte. Just because, yeah, I mean, we already have the offensive replacement for Charlotte. We're about to get, well, actually another offensive replacement for Charlotte, but one that can actually heal worth a damn. It's like, yeah, I'll be real. Melia's healing barely counts as healing, given, first off, she's probably the one who will need it the most, given her tiny HP pool. Second, you're cutting down on her already tiny HP pool. Yeah, we're just gonna go into our next party members. Main story-wise, and then we're going back to side questing. Oh god, get away! It's gonna mean we have a lot more side questing because we haven't done anything. No! Why is it gaining? Oh, no, mine's gone. Also, I don't think I leveled up your ad. So Summon Bolt is the really good one, as I mentioned. It buffs Ether, and it's just good damage. I want Burst in, because it's good on its own. Speed Break won't be useful until we actually have Twilight Kick, or Stylic Trick. I've been watching Twilight Princess LP, so brain a little scattered that way. I'm gonna hit you with this before anything. How about you sleep for 10 seconds before someone hits you? How about I bind you? That doesn't do much of anything, but... Yeah, this is how Melia plays. She's awful on AI. This is something that needs to be mentioned. She's probably the worst, actually. I don't exactly remember what I said in the bio. I haven't edited it again. Haven't re-edited it, but just edited it in general. That's something else I need to do after I'm done recording this episode, actually. Yeah, a lot of, like, I see a lot of, like, in more ways than, like, I'm not entirely sure what, but either way, IGN didn't shove the weakest character stuff up the, yeah. Regardless, Melia's actually really good, despite what they said, in more ways than one. Like, story-wise, too. And Senjo kind of see... I mean, I didn't really watch... didn't watch Chugga's Let's Play of Base Xenoblade 3 because the Definitive Edition was out. And, yeah, I just... Anyway. I kind of... Gotta say, I agree with Big Clingy on, not the best joke, because it kind of dismisses his character, but we won't see what the actual joke even is until later. Anyway, you get an automatic. She's also Melia's also the closest thing you get to a dedicated buffer in the party. And on top of like being the designated Ether powerhouse of the party. He is also just, we're about to see it, the Queen of Chain Attack. I once watched a video on the best Xenoblade party member in every game, and someone tried to say that them being gone from the future connector was a benefit. To that I say, eat a magical bolt. I mean, otherwise the video was very good. That's just one thing I heavily disagree with. And then do it again, and we can use any. We could have used any Ryan if the fight didn't end there.
Nicely done.
Yeah, Melia's really good for chain attack for that exact reason. You get like I need to double check actually. What's the maximum amount of times you can go around in a chain attack? That's not what I want. But that's what I need. Because that means you hope to gun his last ad, which is important. And I want to double check this real quick. Okay, so you can go up to 15. So in theory, yeah, you could run out. But good luck actually, like, seeing it happen. Anyway, Battle Soul would have been helpful in the last fight. Yeah, we're almost actually over to a new destination. We haven't really played much as Melia, and I'll definitely try and remedy that soon. Oh, we could totally take this, guys. Another great thing about Melia is she can work well in pretty much any party because chain links. Admittedly, the only downside is, yeah, Ether kind of just becomes the damage over time. patty, but is overall weaker than the normal one. That said, still strong and still fun. Unless you're using Charlotte, because she doesn't get damage over time. So she doesn't work nearly as well.
This is the entrance to Frontier Village.
So this big tree is where the Nopon live.
Ah, Bird Lady. Welcome back, Bird Lady.
I wish to speak with the village chief. Will you permit us to enter?
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I shall take you to the village chief. Follow me.
Hum here! Hum here!
Hum who? Hum who?
Hum hum everywhere! Me want touch hum hum.
What?
Me want nibble hum hum.
What?
Hum hum taste pih.
Hum hum scary.
Oh, you know
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Nopon of Frontier Village. Melia Antigua has returned. I request an audience with your chief. Chief, will you hear my request?
Melia here.
Bird Lady here.
Melia back! Bird Lady back!
Bird Lady?
Sounds like this is some poorly hidden secret.
My dear Melia, it's good to see you again so soon. And you look so well. And what of your men?
They are at one with the Bionis. They sacrificed their lives so that I might escape. But this is not my reason for coming. These Homs need your help. Will you be so kind as to listen to their request?
What could a hum-hum need of me?
They require safe passage to Erith Sea.
I see no reason to deny them. And Melia, what of you?
I have unfinished business in this region. Once these Homs are safely on their way, I shall be on mine as well. That girl. Something's troubling her.
We found her half dead and all alone. But I don't suppose she'll tell us the reason anytime soon.
Maybe we can help. I'll go and talk to her.
Well, they didn't even try to hide it. I never realized this because, well, I went into the game knowing, so I didn't exactly, I wasn't exactly needing to, worry about it. I even knew about the major spoiler. You will good team. As said, once we get our next family member, we have a lot of work to do. It is gonna take a lot of extra effort and need a lot of extra side questing. Because, yeah, no, we have 3 areas for side quests we gotta go back and do. Not to mention any new ones that might have opened up in the areas we've already been since we went to Satori Mash. And here. So, Ricky! I wonder who that is! Oh my god! They might as well just say who the freaking major spoiler is at this point. They have not tried to hijack Flip. Admittedly, there's one. I'm gonna not lie. There's one thing that. There's one very specific thing that I've been wanting to talk about, but I can't because it's spoilers for the very end of the game, and it's not. And it's like one thing that was changed to make it tie into Xenoblade 2, but I don't want to explain, and I really want to explain now, but I can't because we haven't gone to it yet.
Melia, you're welcome to come with us. Is it true? Were you alone in the forest?
That thing must be stopped by my hand. This is my pledge to those that have died.
Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
Wounded by a girl? You don't mean you're going to fight the Telethia?
How do you know of the Telethia?
When I went to collect the ether crystals, some Telethia attacked me. I managed to destroy them and get away.
You defeated Telethia? Who are you?
You know, you think you'd ask about
The Monado.
glowing sci-fi sword.
So that sword can...
To tell the truth, they were the Telethia spawn. Someone told me the primary Telethia is healing somewhere in the forest. It was you, wasn't it? You hurt the Telethia.
It...
Melia,
The Telethia escaped from our homeland, and I am tasked with killing it. It cannot remain free. For the sake of my people and the Nopon, it must be stopped.
Melia, we can help you defeat it if you like.
Out of pity.
No,
Why then?
it's just... I want...
Speak, Shulk. Or I shall be forced to summon the Nopon chief to interpret for me.
I would like to help.
What could you possibly gain from aiding me?
I saw it.
Yep.
At the top of a black tower. You and I were fighting together. Fighting that faced Mekon. I also saw you fighting a huge Telethia.
It threw me the first time and all.
Forgive me, Shulk,
yeah, you got
but
it,
what
you.
are you talking about?
Shulk can see visions of the future.
See the future? And you expect me to believe this rubbish?
Believe what you want, lady. Same as I tell all the non-believers.
That'll be me then.
Oh, yeah. In any
Oh,
case,
yeah.
the only reason we got this far was because of Shulk's visions. If Shulk says he saw you in a vision, then you must be important to whatever happens next. And if you're tough enough to fight a face Mekon, you're all right in my book.
You've got my vote. A lady should not go unaccompanied onto the battlefield.
Excuse me? I am quite capable of dispatching the beast alone. I require no assistance of any kind.
You have an HP of less than 2,000
My
in
dear,
a game where that is
I
not
apologize,
big.
but I could not help overhearing. Their offer sounds quite reasonable. The danger extends much further than our small dwelling. Machna itself is at risk. And we shall provide you with the finest warrior of our clan.
Chief Dunga,
No need for thanks. He is the equal, if not better, of the Hom-Hom.
You do know we're listening.
The chosen Nopon hero will await you below. I shall go ahead and prepare him. Please, excuse me.
A Nopon hero. Now this I have to see.
Don't be like that. Let's meet him first.
Well, I wonder if that one house that had a name of a person is important. Okay, now I'm gonna... Please let me hit the water. Okay, good. Yeah, I wasn't lying when I said we get back-to-back party members here. I could try and jump down to the middle, but that feels like a very big death trap. I've played enough droppers in Minecraft as in one to know that.
May I
wait, two.
introduce
I did play another one.
Heropon Ricky!
Watch out!
get off me! To you!
Right in the
Take this, Fumble!
That's not good.
Heropon! Heropon! Fight back!
Heropon, chomp chomp! Heropon, go forth! Heropon, get up!
Heropon make Nopon proud!
Silence!
I introduce to you this year's legendary heropon, Ricky!
New hum friends, meet this year's legendary heropon, Ricky! Ricky, live to serve!
A heropon, you say? Not sure where you'll come in handy, but the more the merrier. Sure. Are these Telethia as strong as they sound?
Yes. They're quick as lightning and can read your mind.
A mind-reading giant bird? No problem.
I can see their movement through the Monado, but even that's not enough to get the better of them.
And we're going up against the daddy version. No one blink for a second.
Okay.
Eyes wide open.
And don't forget that Melia is our only chance of making it to Erith Sea. If anything happens to our guide, it's on our heads. The Telethia is our target, but don't forget about the person standing next to you.
Dunban's right. I am in your debt. My weaknesses are all too apparent.
No worries, Melia.
Ricky has been informed of the Dino Beast, what you refer to as the Telethia. Be safe, my hum friends.
Ricky's friends, listen to Ricky. Dino Beast is big and scary. Friends, get ready. Friends, help Ricky get ready.
You want us to get equipment for you?
Ricky's friend, right? Hum clever. Friends meet Ricky when ready. Then, friends and Ricky leave together.
Big attitude for a furry footrest.
Dino Beast is big and scary.
Great. That'll come in handy.
Is it just me, or did we suddenly become Nopon mercenaries?
Ryan, you shut your face. He just replaced Shala. You're a replacement for Shala, everyone. A surprisingly good character. Not now. Armor shop, man. Give me armor for him. That works. Well, I thought you would, be a shopkeeper and let me buy stuff, but okay. But unironically, Shala's replacement! Oh my god! Also, just genuinely one of my favorite characters. Anyway, give me a stick. Thank you. Can you tell I use him a lot?
Ready to go! Come, new friends. Ricky's adventure begins.
Ricky, you do know where the Telethia is, don't you?
Of course Ricky know. Melly, Ricky hear you hurt Dino Beast.
I did, but only a little.
When Dino Beast hurt, Ricky know it go to place with ether crystals. Friends and Ricky go to place with crystals. Then we find Dino Beast. Chief, tell Ricky. Chief always right.
So you do know a thing or two about this monster. Guess we'll be searching for some ether crystals then.
Ricky, why are you the heropon?
Why? Because Chief Dunga choose Ricky.
He chose you. So you weren't chosen from birth?
Friend wrong. Chief choose by instinct.
By instinct?
Why friend surprised? Chief have sharp instinct. Chief be village seer.
So that's how you became the heropon. Can't argue with that.
But he is kind of compact for a warrior hero.
Oh, Ricky owe lots of monies to village. If Ricky defeat Dino Beast, village promise to forget my debts. So Ricky like being heropon.
And the true purpose of being the heropon! There are like sentences I didn't expect to say while laughing. Verbatim. So, Ricky is the only party member to start with 4 arts. And he is the party's specialist in damage over time. And why the hell is this not set by default? I mean, I know we don't get you don't start with it, but like still. And yeah, let's go over things in just a moment because I still need to yeah, no, I think we're fine. So let's go over him. Ricky is probably the best AI in the game. First off, the talent hat. They steal stuff from. This can be money, this can be stats, which gives you a buff and the enemy a debuff. It can be AP, EXP, which is given to the party. Probably other things I don't know about. You do need to unlock some upgrades in order for it to do these things. And overall, it's pretty decent. It's but for combat purposes, it's mostly just a free move in an attack. Also, he has the best HP! He doesn't get medium armor, which is something I probably should have mentioned in Melior's bio. Yeah, neither of them get medium armor. Ever. Unless you skill link. And Ricky's probably the one who wants to skill link the most, given he has amazing HP. That said, overall, do not use him as a tank. He is not a tank. That said, he is a replacement for Charlotte because he's everything she wanted to be and none of what she isn't. Which is to say, he is a healer who doesn't lean too far into healer or healing. He does better ether damage. He has a genuinely good support move as opposed to several okay ones. And still does good damage. Mostly damage over time. Also, despite that strength stat, he does better ether damage. He's an ether party member. So, yeah, I don't know why his strength is higher. As for Hat, the Pat adds. Happy fills the talent gauge, but can only be used at high tension. That's already kind of really good! This is the only, move that fills the talent gauge who means that are not the usual ones. That is amazing! Mighty Body inflicts bleed and is better from the back. Finally I used to inherit that skill off of Stoke. Sneaky does more damage from behind, yet again, something to grab that one skill that increases back damage from or back adds with the buff adds to have effects from behind. That said, I generally recommend both of these, especially when you have an AI controlled Ricky, since his other good physical art you only want on a player controlled Ricky. Anyway, Play Dead is probably one of his worst things. I wouldn't keep this around. I would, if you can level him up, do so immediately. Because he gets the best art and you can get rid of this. Removes all his aggro and he doesn't take damage. And then he heals as if he was revived. And his next physical art does more. He's an ether attacker, and this slows you down a lot. It's not that good. Lurk Influx Poison, AoE in front of Ricky. This is his best act. To my understanding of how he works, this is his best damage act. Hero Time buffs a random stat and prevents tension loss, with using Happy more, getting something, and Ricky kinda doesn't have any stats he doesn't like, so that's nice. Like, genuinely, there's no stats Ricky won't see some benefit from, so this is just good. Roly-poly stuck, though. 30% chance of a force topple. Binds it if topple fails, and it's ether-based. First off, this is our first ether-based topple ad, and one of only two. This sucks! 30%! That's not a good dice roll. You're better off using the next character's topple ad once you unlock it from the story, or Starlight Kit, or using binds in the normal manner. Now, admittedly, we're far away from the next party member, let alone just, and then it's another while before they get the topple ad. But like, genuinely, this art is awful. Unless you're using Ricky in a topple locking party, which... don't. Yeah, not good. Also, from the stat cast Behave, with Inflict Paralysis, removes praise, and the effectiveness depends on tension. This is something I hear is good, but I don't really use because I'd rather have other ads. You Can Do It is a heal in an AoE in front of Ricky aimed at the chosen ally that also heals Ricky. Heals more with every debuff on ally heal. And for some reason I keep thinking this removes debuff, but I don't think it actually does. Freeze and 8 inflicts chill on this single target. Bedtime is sleep around Ricky and does no damage. Tantrum is useless! 3-hit combo. The last hit is break in an AoE in front of D. What is it with Nopon-based party members and having 3-hit attacks that break? And why is it that 2 of them only do it on the last hit? And I'm just gonna say yes, the one that doesn't on every hit is the one good one. Fortunately, you only do it from a side quest in Xenoblade 2, but yeah, worth doing anyway. Next up is Burdenate. Burn damage causes blazing and AoE around Ricky. That's really good. It's good damage. It's better than Melia's Blaze. Generally, I recommend always running all 4 of his damage over time effects. Ricky is Angry is a spike! Counters non-talent at damage with spike damage. Oh my boy. Well, yeah, first off, Ricky ain't tanky. Second, we've been over this with Ryan. Spike damage sucks. Sucks to deal with, and it's not good to use. Peekaboo is confused on Mechons only, and only from the side. So, there's not a lot of effectiveness damage in this game. The next party member is probably this guy, and the next party member are the only 2 cases we've seen since Shala, and even then only Shulk has it otherwise. This is single-handedly probably the second worst effective bot. I almost called it the worst, but then I remembered something the next party member has, which I will get into. Anyway, State Story removes debuffs from the target, and does more damage with every debuff removed. This is something you build around, and something that requires you to play as Ricky. It's tricky to use because you need to be using a patty with a lot of debuffs as well. And that doesn't really leave a ton of options because the two best debuffers other than Ricky that come to mind are Melia, who you don't want to use on AI, and you want to be playing as Ricky for a build around this, and Shulk, who doesn't work well on AI. Now, admittedly, the next party member you get actually does have a lot of debuff, so I guess unban that person and Ricky if you want to build around this, which you'll have by the time after that. Anyway, let's start with his skill trees. Vivacity? I'm going to assume I said that right. Anyway, Ricky's first stat, or skill, like sun! I don't know why I love saying it like that. Increases his strength during the day by 10%. Nice. Also, Melia had a better version. You're better off just inheriting that and fighting at night. Also, Friends Now gives a 5% trading bonus. Love Sun reduced cooldowns by 10% during the day. Lucky Me increases chance of Silver Dress being dropped by 10%. And Adore Sun increases EXP from battles by 15% during the day. If it wasn't for Night Vision, I would almost recommend a day build. But Night Vision exists, so I don't. Innocence has Adventure Time. 5% evasion or movement speed. That's nice. That helps you get around quicker. There's no way to run in this game, so it's pretty nice. Learning all the time gives him full AP while not in the battle. This is also only 4 affinity coins. 2 inherent. Same goes for his the skill on the other side, which is the same thing but for EXP. Inherent these if you have the slot. Everyone except for one party member has at least one stat slot with Ricky, and most of them are relatively low affinity. Use this, please. Make it all better increases his, or explore time increases EXP from landmarks by 20%. Make it all better increases healing by 20% if the ally healed is below 50% health. And Dream of Money increases the gold chest drop, the chance of gold chest being dropped by 3%. Flexibility gives him buy stuff. You sell stuff for 20% more, worth grabbing early. Back after you get learning all the time, flexibility in general is just really worth getting. Also, it's worth mentioning, give Stolf learning all the time. He needs a lot of AP. Ricky C, Ricky Do is the EXP skill I mentioned. AP for all. Yoink is now allowed to steal AP, and skipping in the next skill, EXP for all, is the same thing for EXP. And then for the skill I skipped, Ricky Strong makes him immune to strength down. Sure, my dude. That's... sure. Overall, really good, and probably the best character on AI. That's really all I have to say. If you've ever just counted him out, give him a chance. He's better than Charlotte, but a pretty low bad player, given she would be the worst without her talent at actively harming her. Yep, that's everything you need to know about Ricky. Actually, there's something I don't think I mentioned. He has an extra weakness. He's short. This is actually a functional weakness, because if he's in water, it means he swims from a lower height than anyone else. Meaning it's possible for him to be completely useless in fights where anyone else can fight. Yeah, unironically an improvement to Shala. We have the worst Topalot in the game! Generally, I'm going to say I generally like running 2 physical arts on Ricky, You definitely want Bitey Bitey because he's all about that damage over time. That's like his whole thing. There is another option to Sneaky, that being his last one, Say Sorry. Only use it on a player-controlled Ricky, though. As for skills, which one has the better final skill? That's... Yeah, it's probably that one. So we're gonna get on here, because I want these... Especially this one. This one is so important to get on people. You're very close to... You don't have... God damn it. Yeah. Oh, actually, you take a while, too. Non-man could grab it right away. What can I grab off? Oh, wait, no, this is Ricky's skill tree. Yeah, sure, expert order. I'm gonna look at what else I have first, actually. You know what? That seems fun with how big his max HP is. He's not tanky at all. You do need tension as well. Kinda wish I could take it, but I don't have the slots. Ooh, extra ether, however, is very nice. And, that's received. I mean, he always heals himself when he heals others. He's not tanky at all, despite his massive HP pool. I need to say this now. I'll take increased daylight strength. I would on you too, but if you don't have this room... I might as well on you. Like, your Shallow really is more of a physical character than an Ether one. And you don't have Ether Explosion, Enlightenment, or no, Ultimate Ether is what I'm looking at. That's not really useful, however. That's not... You don't have that skill yet, and I can't afford that, so you're gonna stay exactly the same. Unfortunately, you are not getting rewarding work off of Ricky anytime, or else of Shulk anytime soon. Yeah, most of his stats are actually like on the... also like very easy to get, except for Shyla. And Melia. Melia I can forgive because you actually want them in the same party, whereas Shyla you don't want in the party. Verbatim. Now, we haven't played a lot of this Melia, but we're definitely going to have to do some stuff as Ricky. I'm going to give you back attack plus, because he has a lot of benefits from attacking from behind. Sure, I don't want to take that off with someone else that benefits more. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'll give you some strength up. That is a nice thing to have. It's not amazing, but it's somewhat useful. And, I'd love to give you... initial tension is actually a really good idea. So I'll replace Ryan with something new. Because initial tension is just great for Ricky, because he actually has a benefit to it. To having... he's one of the first... He's the first party member who needs tension for one of his ads. That being, of course, Happy. That's the one. Yeah, Ricky is the only party member who is he's pretty back-focused, actually, as well. He really wants to hit enemies from behind, so that's a pretty nice effect. It's not best, but still. Yeah. That's all. That's kind of how Ricky is. He's very damage over time oriented. He's your secondary healer, your offensive healer, and your dedicated debuffer. Or at least the closest thing you're getting to one. But with all that out of the way, I think that's going to do it for today's video, folks. I hope you have enjoyed, and next time, we're going back to do some side questing, starting by doing stuff in Colony 6. See you guys then. Bye-bye.